go back and forth to New York?
Yeah, I'm still back and forth. I haven't been for like a couple of months, but I'm going back towards the summer because I got some bookings up there.
Yeah, I never go there in the wintertime.
Worldwide Entertainment TV, the television show this week.
You're watching WWE TV.
Welcome to Worldwide Entertainment TV Atlanta, and I'm your host, Miss Goldi. Right now, we are live at Legacy Garden Park, and we have the ultimate WWE TV Atlanta exclusive with the super producer himself, Mr. James Worthy, or should I say King James Worthy.
You could say both.
It is my pleasure to have you here today
Thank
at
you.
Legacy Garden, and this is really a big opportunity for WWE TV, and we appreciate you coming to sit down with us, and I can't wait to dig into who you are
Let's dig.
and what you do. I mean,
it's
it's so much, and we have plenty of time.
We got all the time in the world. Y'all here with us.
Yeah. So start off by telling everyone who you are and where you're from.
Well, I'm James Worthy. I'm a Grammy Award producer, songwriter. I'm an actor and artist as well. From Queens, New York. So up top, baby.
Shout out to Queens.
Shout out to Queens.
So what brought you to Atlanta?
Oh man, I came to Atlanta about 10 years ago for a couple reasons. I had a lot of clients in Atlanta, so I was always coming back and forth and working with certain people, and it was just a thing where I didn't want to keep going back and forth, and it was cheap out here.
Right.
Like, New York is crazy right now. Like, I'm like, Jesus Christ, you can get a house out here for what you pay for an apartment up in New York.
A one-bedroom
A
apartment.
one-bedroom in a studio apartment at that.
Right. When
So I'm
people
like,
ask
okay.
me why I came here, I say because it's nothing but space and opportunity.
Nothing but space and opportunity. You know, you can meet a lot of people out here. It's smaller than you really think it is.
Right.
So it was just one of them things where I thought it was a dope transition to make, and you know, worked ever since.
That's definitely what's up. And I can't wait to get into the things that you do and who you worked with. I'm so excited.
You're watching Worldwide Entertainment TV.
So who was one of your favorite artists that you worked with so far?
Favorite? I mean, I got a couple favorites, but definitely Kanye, Black.
You know, you look like the old Kanye.
A lot of people say that. I get that all the time. You know what I get? I get Kanye, I get Babyface, Jeremiah, and a couple other people. I'm like, I don't know what.
Yeah,
y'all
you look
talking
like the backpack. What was that?
Yeah,
College.
College dropout.
You look like the college dropout Kanye.
I get that a lot. I hope that's good.
That is good. I heard. You know what? It's funny when you break people up because I heard Mary Blige on the radio when she was talking about her new album, and she was like, "I like this. I got the Kanye from this time because it's like it's different Kanyes from when he first came out
That's
to
true.
the middle to who he is now. Even though he's amazing,
Yeah.
no matter what era he was in,
Yeah.
he's still amazing.
Yeah, he's
but you know,
one of the
people come
greatest.
out on different levels.
It's true. It's true. I get that all the time, so it never fails.
And what artists are you currently working with? I see your song list is so extensive.
Oh man, I'm working with. Well, you know what? Last year I was working with tons of artists. This year I'm more so focusing on my project. But artists that I'm kind of working on top of the year right now, working with Black. He's actually nominated for the Grammys this year. So shout out to Black. We got a dope record that we doing. Truth Hurts. Working with Truth Hurts. What else we got? Kalina from Dirty Money.
Okay.
Yeah, we working with Kalina, so that's pretty much it right now. And of course, my project, Blue Leisure. Make sure you go check that out. Single coming in March.
And what is the name? The single is called Blue Leisure?
Well, the name of the single is called Blue Sunsets. So that's gonna be coming end of March, which is my birthday, March 28th. So we dropping a nice little visual with it on the 28th, and the album will follow up after that.
So what is the album about?
Well, the theme of it is life and love. So the meaning of the name Blue leisure is, of course, blue represents a feeling of tranquility, and it's like a feel-good color, and that's my favorite color too. And leisure is like it's a word that represents freedom, and more so just being one with yourself and being true with yourself. So I put the two together because that's what I feel in my music. Like, I don't want to make what's popular. I don't want to make what other people want me to make. Like, I make what feels good to me.
Right.
And by the grace of God, the fans will love it.
What type of vibe does it have? Like, is it because the Wine With Me was like a reggae type?
Yeah, it was more
feel.
Caribbean vibe.
Right. So what type of genre feel is this album on?
It's real R&B, real soul music, but really melodic. But it has a lot of different textures and feels in it. So like you'll have like two of everything. Like, so like two of the Caribbean style, and two of the real R&B side, and you got two of the R&B club side, and you know, just kind of that mellow vibe too. So it's a mixture of a lot, but it's all melodic.
If you could compare yourself to an artist, I don't want to say compare because people always say I can't compare myself to nobody. Right. But if you could say what type of vibe artist you are, what would that artist be? Who would that artist be?
Well, I'm a huge fan of Frank Ocean. I think Frank Ocean is amazing. His music, well, even besides him being an artist, like, he's an amazing songwriter. So with me, I'm real heavy on lyrics and arrangements and melody structure. So I always take my inspiration through him, and of course Kanye and tons of other artists. You know, I love SZA, I love Jhené Aiko. Like, I love artists that open up the envelope.
Yes.
You know, like, I want to hear something fresh and new, but it feels good. Like,
right.
Music is a feeling. So if I
Right.
can't feel it, I'm not gonna connect with it.
Right.
And that's what I'm doing with this album. I want people to connect with it.
I can't wait to hear it. You definitely have to give us an exclusive
Absolutely,
when the
absolutely.
album is ready to drop in March. And make sure everybody goes and finds that album, download it,
Yes, Blue Leisure coming soon.
upstream it,
Upstream
upload
it, downstream it, side stream it.
Just make sure you get it. Make sure you listen. Make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel. What is
Yes.
your YouTube channel?
So we have two. So we have Humble Sound Music Group, which is my production company, and you can easily go to James Worthy TV. I'm everywhere. Follow me, King James Worthy. I'm here.
It's very important to subscribe to artists' YouTube channels. It keeps you up to date on their new music, their new projects, and sometimes it gives you a little look into the life of the artist, so we don't always have to speculate. You can get it straight from the artist themselves.
This is the reason why we doing this. We giving y'all the full scope of everything.
Right.
Give y'all the whole story. So I don't want to hear all these extra little stories y'all be talking about. Oh, y'all did this, you did that. Look, y'all getting the real.
You're getting the facts right here
Y'all
from
getting the
Ms.
facts.
Goldi. So, do you only work with artists that are in the industry? Do you work with independent artists?
Yeah, I mean, I work with both. Really, right now, I'm actually working with a lot of indie artists right now. Because I actually like working with indies more than major because, of course, it's less politics. And sometimes it's pure talent. You know,
Right.
like, I wanna hear something new and fresh and see what's really popping out here and make some history, you know, because I remember when I was coming up and I was an indie producer as well.
Right.
You know, I was an indie writer, so I know the game and I know what you gotta go through, and I always want to give people opportunities. You know what I mean? So if it's a project or something I can bring somebody into that I think is dope, then I love to do that.
I love that, opening up doors. That's
Absolutely.
what's important, and especially if it's people that you believe in and people that you support. If you can open up a door for somebody, open up the door. You never know where that might lead you. Sometimes you can't see $1 right then and there, but you never know. It's a lot of people that people took a chance on, and they very well went on to be something so major, and then your name is on that, your credentials is on that. You're the one that helped them from the ground up. I actually think the independent artist is way more important because when you get with the signed artist, you're only a hire now. You're not someone they look at as they are how do you say it? It's not like they really care about what you're doing. You was hired to do this. I don't care about your talent. I don't care about anything. we paid you and you're
Yeah.
going to do it. So when it's an independent artist, they have more gratitude and they
It's a
more.
bit more appreciation, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't want to generalize like all major artists are bougie like that, because some of them are really cool.
Right.
But, you know, a lot of them got the label politics behind them and the management politics, and no, we got this set list of people and we don't want to work with nobody else. And,
Yes.
you know, a lot of that happens. But, you know, like you said, the indie artists, I see a lot more gratitude and appreciation, you know, for getting writing or production or whatever they're looking for. I think that's dope.
I think it's dope too. And I find you to be a really humble person, and I think that is the blessing that will take you further
Definitely.
in this industry. Those are the things that will protect you in this industry.
For sure.
Being humble, being a good-hearted person, and not letting the things you've done in your fame overtake you as a person.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's crazy. I'm just now getting used to the word celebrity. Like, I never was like comfortable with that. Like, I'm comfortable with it now, but like before, I was like, don't call me that. Like, I'm just a regular kid, you know what I mean? Well,
Right.
But like, as the years went on, you know, as my name started getting bigger, like, I just had to realize, like, dang, like, I really am like somebody in here. But it's a blessing too, because I love to connect with people, and I connect with people around the world. So it's like, to me, it's so surreal for me to do that, because I was looking at other people. I was like, man, I wish I could connect with them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now
So
they trying to connect
now
with
they
you.
want to connect with me. Like, it's, you know, it's a dope experience.
So tell me about this trip that you recently took to Dubai.
Oh, that was lit. That was lit. Shout out to Dubai. Y'all showed me a good time. But it was cool. I actually took my mom there.
That was amazing.
It was great. It was great. We had a great time. I always forget the areas that we were at. I know we were at the Khalifa, the Marina area, like the touristy area, Abu Dhabi. It was dope.
I can't wait to get there.
I'm pretty sure y'all saw me on camels and in the desert somewhere.
You said somewhere on Earth or something.
So,
you said.
right. Because
And I
it
was
was
like, that's
somewhere on
really.
Earth.
You took some really amazing pictures.
Thank you.
Is there anybody that you want to pay homage to, give a shout out to?
I mean, there's so many people to name. Like, I don't want to forget nobody. So shout out to everybody who has helped me. Shout out to my team, Humble Sound Music Group. Shout out to the label, Atlantic. You know, just everybody's a part of the journey. You know, this is a journey for me. You know, this is just the beginning, 2018. You
That's
know?
right. It's
Yeah.
only the beginning,
Yeah.
and you saw it here. It's not his beginning because he has done so much already. But I can't wait to see what your future looks
Thank
like.
you.
And WWE TV is definitely always here for you and here to support you. You know,
I
it
appreciate
was
you
my
guys.
pleasure to have you over here at the
I
Tupac
thank you for
Center.
having me. Like,
how
this
does
is-
it
this is
feel
great.
over here?
This is great. Like, you know, it's crazy. We was talking about this earlier. I never been here, and I rode past this so many times. I'm like, so when y'all told me, I'm like, what? I'm like, are you serious? Like, this is iconic.
It is, and it's an
Like, it's
amazing
crazy.
place. The feeling, the spirit here is so amazing. If anybody has the opportunity to be in Georgia and Stone Mountain,
Yes.
we're on Memorial Drive.
Please come.
Make sure you come stop by. We have a lot of events coming up over here.
Yes.
And speaking of events, tell us about the events that you've been having for artists.
So actually, beginning of this month, coming into the new year, we had a conference at UED Studios, and it was more so like actually a Q&A and a conference. So we had a lot of artists come out and just really giving information about the industry and what you need to know. We had about 12 panelists, which was really dope. So this next month in February, we're having another one on the 25th. So that one is called the Biz 101. So it's more so catered around me and 3 other people. So it's myself, E.C. Moncho of Arrested Development, Dave Tolliver from Men at Large, and Josie. He's another great songwriter and producer as well. And you know, just really giving more of a deep dive
Inside
into
information.
the industry, because you know the first one was great, but it wasn't. To me, it wasn't enough time to give out as much information as I wanted to.
Right.
So this time is more intimate, you know, a great setting, and you know, just give a deep dive, you know. So
And how
artists
can
come out.
artists come out or register? How does that work?
So it's on Eventbrite. So make sure you just look up the Biz 101 James Worthy Edition. Make sure you get a ticket. And the 25th of February. So make sure you come out and get some knowledge. Tons of media. So if you want to get your exposure, make sure you come out. And it's from 5 to 8.
That's what's up. I love how he's empowering his industry. That's very important.
You got these kids who got these big songs out, right? And these companies come after them and they offer them all this money and these contracts, and these kids don't know nothing about contracts. They don't know about the business, so they
barely know about the money.
Right, they barely know about the money, and they get stuck in a situation that they can't get out of. And now you're in a predicament to where it's gonna take you a while before you even get out your contract. So I want people to know what to do before you even get to that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I want you to protect yourself when you have a hit record.
Right.
And knowing what's owed to you and how to protect your rights.
Right. And how to save that money.
And save your money.
Stop popping bottles, stop buying cars and jewelry, and think about
stop
later
buying
on.
weed and stop smoking all these drugs and buying bottles and all this frivolous stuff that you don't need right now.
You don't need
Invest
it.
in your career.
Invest in your community as well. If you have these checks, you have this money, go buy your block. Take Rick Ross example. I tell the little drug dealers, y'all sell drugs, go buy something in your neighborhood. Buy the store. Buy these broken down houses. Buy the gas station. Buy this stuff so you can empower your community and do something with this money, because it's going to be gone.
Absolutely. And money can go really fast in this game. So
really fast.
This is the reason why we having it. We got to educate. Even if you're not even a kid artist, or even if you're not even a new artist, you're a seasoned artist, it's so much that you got to know, because the industry changes up so much.
Yeah.
So much, so you got to know.
It's just as bad as the drug business. Even worse.
Probably worse.
Yeah, it's even kind of worse.
Yeah.
And I like the side that I sit on now in the industry, but I sat on the other side as an artist, and I found out a lot of things that I just wasn't ready for.
It's a lot.
I wasn't willing to do. It was a lot of things I wasn't willing to do.
It's a lot, behind the scenes people don't realize. It's a treacherous game.
It is a treacherous
game. You gotta know.
So how do you feel about this whole Tupac situation with who was responsible for killing him and this whole it's like such a big mess of what happened to Tupac, if anything happened to Tupac, and who did it and what happened. How do you feel about the whole scenario?
I mean, we always know that media spins everything. And media puts out false stories and fake news and whatever they gotta do to get clicks and likes and views or whatever. And I think that with the Pac situation, I think like he has a legacy, but I think people always try to tarnish it,
right?
Because of what they think they know,
right?
And it's not factual,
right?
Like, it's just speculation. Like, that's why I like to speak on stuff that I know about. Like with Pac, just let the man live. Like, if he's dead or alive, just let the family deal with it. Like, I'm not gonna get into all that, but I'm just saying, it's the same thing with a lot of artists. Just the hugest artists you can name, they go through the same stuff.
So do you think that politics in entertainment is a big reason why things like this occur, things that we don't know the truth about, the reasons why artists are not with us anymore, or why artists are so heavy on drugs, or they're committing suicide?
It's definitely politics, behind the scenes stuff that people don't know or have facts about. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of conspiracies. It's a lot of conspiracies. There's a lot of down low stuff. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. A lot of it is documented.
Right. I saw some information about these parties that they have with artists. And it's basically like, we look at artists and say, why you wearing that skirt? Or why your hair is pink? Before you came out, you was this type of artist. Now you on this. And I can't say I know this for a fact, but it's like they take these artists to these parties and they get them over influence, and then they shoot these videos of them. So when they come sit down at the table with you, it's like, oh, you're not going to do it? Well, let's roll tape on this. So now you are going to do what I told you to do.
It's true. I mean, it's documented. It's a lot of homosexuality in the industry, and if you refuse to do something, they gonna get you. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist or nothing like that, but I believe in conspiracies, and I believe that certain things happen, and Illuminati's real.
Right.
Illuminati's real. It happens. Right. I ain't gonna go into all the details, but I done seen some stuff.
Right.
I done seen some stuff, but it's real. I mean, you know, that's why you see so much homosexuality in so many different scenarios with certain artists, and then that's why you see a lot of artists go, because they probably didn't do something, or they probably, you know, and this is going to the conspiracy part, but sacrifices.
Right.
That's a
You
fact.
don't want to make that sacrifice. So how have you avoided these situations so far?
With me, I never conform to what somebody asked me to do. I've always stayed true to myself. So I'm not gonna sell my soul. I'm not gonna, you know, degrade myself just for a check.
So how do you say no to that check, especially if you're coming from impoverished situations, which most of these artists are coming from, and they looking forward to taking care of their families, and you know. Well, you know, how do you say no?
Well, I like to think of it as I did a lot of things the right way because I had a lot of great examples. So I kind of learned early how to maneuver around and do certain things. So I'm like, okay, let me not go over there. Let me stay over here and follow this person. You know, just
that's wisdom
teach me the
knowledge.
game. Yeah, wisdom and knowledge. You know, teach me the game, and make sure that I don't go over there and sell myself short. You know.
Learn the knowledge. Come to the Q&A.
Come
Learn
to the Q&A.
some things.
I'm telling you,
about
it's worth
what's
it.
going on.
It's worth it. Y'all spending money on that other stuff. You need to come spend it on some knowledge.
Right. I agree with that. Spend more money on knowledge instead of losing your mind.
That's right. That's a hashtag.
Worldwide Entertainment TV. The television show this week.
With all the amazing things that you have done, it was amazing to sit down with you and be inspired by you. You've given out so much information, so much good information. Yeah. I need you to tell everyone where they can find you at, how they can follow you. His Instagram is so popping. Tell everyone where they can find you, follow you, how they can purchase some of your production.
Well, I'm easy to find. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at King James Worthy. You can email me directly, jamesworthybookings@gmail.com. You know, we do respond, so make sure you just come correct. You know, you get a lot of crazy emails nowadays. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, she said it. She said it.
That's what when the producer tell you to come correct, that's what they mean.
Well, you know, you got to come professional. You know, like a lot of times you get an email where somebody just sends you a link. No name, no nothing.
Are you people listening? Because I know a lot of artists out there do that. A lot of people who call themselves companies and brands, they do that. It's like, who are you?
Yeah.
Your email's going to spam.
Yeah, like if I don't see a name, no nothing, it's going right to the spam block. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, y'all come correct. We'll make sure we get you right. And let's work. You know what I mean? If you dope, if you got dope songs, you're dope artists, whatever you do, holla at me. I'm always down to work.
Right. Give a shout out to WWE TV.
Shout out to WWE TV. I love y'all. She's dope. Y'all dope. We gonna make history 2018. Humble greatness, baby. Salute.
Salute.